What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on my CR250 rebuild. I'm going to leave you guys hanging for another video before we actually reveal the bike, but today we've got some wheels to build up and I'm pretty excited to get these things together. So originally I wasn't going to film this because I was going to have someone else true them up. Going to give it a crack myself this time. So yeah, today is going to be my first attempt at truing a set of wheels. So yeah, I've picked up some tools and stuff, and I'll bring you guys along the journey of my first time rebuilding wheels. So yeah, I just picked up this White's wheel balancer truing stand. So that's going to be perfect for every wheel that I'll ever need to do for motorbikes. Also just picked up a spoke wrench set. So this one is just the aluminium bar, and it has the removable ends, so you can replace them for different spoke sizes and stuff. And this thing was super cheap. It cost me $13, so yeah, can't go wrong really with that. But there'll be more on this stuff later on in the video. So I ended up powder coating the rims that originally came on the CR250. I was going to have them anodized. Anodizing is a better finish and is a lot more durable than powder coat, but there was very early signs of corrosion on the rims, so having them anodized would have just showed through the anodizing, making it a waste of time and not looking the best. So I've decided to have them powder coated a gloss black, and they've come out really sweet. So I had them sandblasted first so the powder would stick, and then yeah, picked up some new spokes, and then just going to run with the stock hubs, just give them a Scotch-Brite on the wheel. So yeah, here everything is. So yeah, like I said, just the stock rims that I've had powder coated, and yeah, they've done a very good job. So yeah, just a gloss black. Very clean. So yeah, super stoked with the way they turned out. So it's the rear rim, and we've got the front rim here. So a lot cheaper way of getting black rims, I suppose, as well, than anodizing or buying new rims. Then also I cut the old spokes loose because I couldn't be bothered dealing with trying to get their nipples out because they usually seize. So yeah, picked up some new spokes. They're just zinc plated, so it comes with spokes and nipples front and rear. And then we've just got the stock hubs. Like I said, I'm just going to give these a run through on the bench grinder with the Scotch-Brite wheel, get these things cleaned up. And yeah, they just had fresh bearings in there before I got the bike. So the first mission for today is to get these hubs prepped up, and then we can move on to actually lacing up the rims. Right, so I just got done with this hub. I'm still just going to use a toothbrush and scrub on the inside of here, just because I can't get the Scotch-Brite right in there. From what it was before, similar to this one, well, it's actually quite a bit dirtier than this one, but yeah, pretty happy with it really. So yeah, now I'll just move on to this one, and then we'll give the inners a scrub, and then we'll start lacing. Right, so I have all the hubs cleaned up now. They actually come up pretty good, so yeah, I'm super happy with them. And now it's time to start lacing these up. So here on the bench I have the rear rim, rear hub, the spokes. Now for the rear rims on these CRs, they have two different kinds of spokes. As you can see, one is very slightly longer. Now the longer spokes go through the inside of the hub. So this hole here is the inside, and this one here is the outside. So yeah, all the longer spokes of the set go on the inside, and the shorter ones go on the outside. So I'll chuck you guys up on a time lapse and we'll get this rear rim laced up. So I've just finished lacing up the rear rim for the CR250. So I'm going to get the front one smashed out. The front rim will be pretty much the same concept, except all the spokes are the same, so you can't get them around the wrong way. And I'll pick the camera up once I have finished both wheels. Righty, so I've just got done lacing up both wheels for the CR250. They're looking really nice. So yeah, they're all laced up, and I've tightened the nipples up to where they're just starting to like grab. So yeah, they obviously still need truing. So it's getting pretty late now, so I'm not going to true them tonight, but I'm going to open up the stand and get everything ready. And I might even come out here tomorrow night and start getting one of them trued up and trying to learn the whole process and stuff. So like you guys saw before, this is the truing stand that I picked up. So it retails for about 250 bucks, so it's a pretty good deal. We'll open it up and see what comes inside of it. So this was everything that was in the box. Now I've just got to sort of work it out how it goes together because there was no instructions. Should be pretty straightforward though. Got some hardware and stuff. These are obviously the uprights, and then this is the part which goes through your wheel bearings and holds the wheel centre. And then you've got your different attachments and stuff to measure the trueness and stuff of the rim. So yeah, I'll get this all put together. So I've just got my stand set up now. Got the rear wheel mounted up. So it's just the bar that goes through the middle, the cone piece parts that go into the hub. And then this is your arm for measuring the trueness. So you can see sort of like the gauge, I suppose. And yeah, the actual stand itself. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to try and true it up tonight, but it's actually pretty straight for having not done anything. So yeah, we'll see how this goes tomorrow. First time truing up a wheel. Right, so even though I said I was going to go in, I caught myself just having a bit of a play around on the stand, and I ended up pretty much fully truing up the rear wheel. So yeah, obviously being a used rim, it's going to have quite a few sort of imperfections in it. When I actually did end up getting it on the stand and spun it, there's a few little flat spots and stuff that I didn't see. So I'm just going to have to sort of make the best out of it. But I've got the rear one pretty dead straight for what it is really. And also I got the hub to rim clearance proper for the rear as well. So it has to be 50mm. And yeah, I've got that perfect too. So yeah, the rear one's pretty much done. Tomorrow I'll just give it a quick tweak, make sure all the spokes and stuff are tight. But yeah, wasn't too bad. I'll actually run you guys through truing up the front wheel tomorrow. I wasn't actually planning on doing the rear tonight. So new day now, back in the shed. Going to get the front wheel for the CR250 all trued up. As you would have seen, I got the rear one trued up. Still need to do a final tightening on that, but I'm going to get the front one done and then I'll give them both a tighten together. So yeah, I'll actually show you guys the truing process on the front. So as of right now, the front wheel, all the spokes are still pretty loose. If I spin it, you can hear them. You can hear the spokes all moving around and stuff. So like, yeah, it's super loose. So as what I'm going to do is find a hole in the rim. So we use this one here, and then I'm just going to tighten this spoke like a quarter of the turn, skip 2, tighten this one a quarter of the turn, skip 2, so on and so forth until I get back to the hole again. Then I'll move to this spoke here, tighten that, skip 2, tighten that, skip 2, and then once I've done a full rotation again, I'll tighten the third one, skip 2, that one, and once I've done 3 full revolutions around the rim, all the spokes would have tightened up, and then from there we can sort of start truing it up and getting it all straight. Now obviously these wheels are second hand, like they've been used. They're probably the stock rims that came on the CR from brand new. So yeah, they are far from immaculate in terms of like little bumps and stuff on the rims, like little bends and things. So I sort of have to accept the fact, and I'm never going to get them perfect. So I'm just sort of making the best out of what I can. Right, so yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is just go around and tighten all the spokes, and then yeah, we can start truing it up from there. So now all the spokes are relatively tight. Now we can move on to the truing process. I just took the wheel off the stand and measured the hub to rim clearance, and it's in within spec. So yeah, now we can true it up, and this one's going to be a bit more difficult than the rear wheel. So yeah, now I've got the wheel mounted back up. If we spin it, you'll see how out of true it is. So we've got quite a bit of up and down. and a little bit of side to side. So yeah, we're going to start with the side to side, get that all sweet, and then we'll move on to getting the up and down wobble out of the wheel. So to get the side to side wobble out of the wheel, so you basically put the indicator bar like up against the rim pretty much, and then you can spin it and find the high spots. So say there was a high spot just here, I could like loosen this spoke off half a turn and then tighten these two like half a turn, and in theory it pulls that part of the rim that way, taking out the high spot. So I've gone around and done all that, and yeah, I've actually got it pretty straight side to side. Now all we've got to do is work on getting the up and down movement out of it, and then this front wheel will be done. So now to remove the up and down movement out of the wheel, you want to put the indicator bar at the bottom of the rim. So you want to find the high spot in the rim, and you want to tighten these spokes here about a half a turn, and then essentially it'll just pull the rim towards the hub. But yeah, so you just go around the whole wheel, find the high spots, try and straighten it up, get it as best as you can, and then you're pretty much ready to rock. Alright, so I've just finished up on the front wheel. I've got it pretty much as best as I'm going to get it. There's a few little parts in the rim where, not flat spots, but where the rim misses me a little bit out of shape. So it's still round. It gives it a weird illusion that it's going up and down. Other than that, it's pretty good. I've just given them a final tighten. Alright, so I now have both wheels for the CR all trued up. It actually looks really good. I'm happy with how the powder coat looks. Doesn't look real cheap or anything. So yeah, I'm super happy with that. So now I'm going to get some tyres thrown on these things. Got a new rear sprocket put on the rear wheel, and just reusing the old discs. So I'll get them thrown on, and then we can get them mounted up on the bike. But yeah, I'm not going to film putting tyres on because it's a shit of a job anyway. You guys probably don't want to watch it, so I'll just pick you guys up once the tyres are on. Alright, well I just got the tyres on the rims. Our compressor broke a while ago, so I'm going to have to shoot down to the service station and pump them up. But in the meantime I can get the new sprocket installed and the rotors. But yeah, look pretty sweet. Did mention it in another video, but the front tyre that was on the bike, it was actually pretty good, as you can see. So I've just reused that one, and then I put a new rear tyre on it. So hopefully I didn't pinch the tube, and yeah, then we can get them thrown up on the bike. Here are the wheels, all completely done. I didn't pinch the tube, so that's good. Got the rotors back on, got the new rear sprocket on. Now we just can get them mounted up on the CR, and we'll see how it looks. Well, so yeah, there you have it. Got the wheels all built up for my CR. Super stoked actually with the way they turned out. I'm really liking how it's very simple, this bike, with a few sort of blingy bits and like cool parts and stuff on it, not going too overboard. I'm super stoked with the way it's turning out. Pretty happy as well that first time truing up wheels, and yeah, pretty stoked with the way that went. Definitely will be rebuilding my own wheels again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed a little video. But yeah, next video we'll be getting the plastics back on this. We've got the brakes to clean up and install. And we've just got new front sprocket and chain to put on, an hour meter, graphics and seat cover, and this bike's going to be done. I am planning on riding it this weekend, so yeah, fingers crossed we can get it all together. You get some fluids and stuff into it and fire it up. Stay on the lookout for that in the next video, and I will catch you in the next one.